Welcome back to CLIC Connect. I'm your host, Craig Sullivan. This is it, the last show of season 9. Can't wait. We've got a tremendous guest. Before we bring him out, I do want to thank our production partner, been with us from the beginning, our friends at Red Roof Franchising. If you're looking for a great alternative brand, give Matt Hostetler a call. He would love to hear from you and his franchise team. They're great. You know, they've got their world famous economy brands. They've got a dual branded prototype that is going to be killer. And they've also got an extended stay product that is just doing phenomenally right now. As you know, extended stay is the darling of the industry. We've got more demand than we actually have extended stay product out there. Also, they've got a soft brand. So if you've got a little boutique hotel, need a little help, need that res system contribution, give Matt a call about their Red Collection. They would love to talk to you about that as well. So no further ado. We've got a new friend. He is an industry leader. I got to meet him in person for the first time at the 7th Annual California Lodging Investment Conference. We had him on our panel, one of our panels, and Cesar Wurm is vice president at IHG, and we're going to talk hotels, revenue management, revenue enhancement, training, leadership, and a surprise at the end. So, Cesar, welcome to CLIC Connect. How are you?
Thank you, Craig. Pleasure to be here. Super thrilled and very well. Yes, just excited about our chat. And it was great meeting you and be able to attend the conference as well just last month or so, right?
Yeah, you hit it out of the park, my friend. I got nothing but great feedback on you. So I'm putting it out there right now. I want you back next year. So
sounds great. I'll try not let you down and not ruin your last show of the season here. So.
No. Producer Dani and I have all the faith in the world with you. That's why we wanted you on this show, because we wanted to close the season on a high note.
All right, let's do it.
Cesar, do me a favor and tell the audience about yourself, your position, and IHG, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so a little bit about myself. Originally from Brazil, left home when I was about 18 and really been in hospitality all my life. Got my first job in Brazil as an assistant room service waiter. Started my studies there. Got to finish my hotel school management in Switzerland and got to the U.S. as what I thought would be a 1-year internship. And now 23 years later, I'm still around, and has been just a wonderful journey. And I got an opportunity to work with several different companies, different type of hotels, but always in the revenue generation side of things. Spent most of my career sales managers and so on. And I've been with IHG now back in 4.5 years, and really focused on now the premium category hotels, which is the Crown Plaza, Hotel Indigo, even Invoco, and work alongside many wonderful team members just to ensure that we're driving as much performance as possible.
I love it. And we've got a couple of mutual friends, and I think you met David Mignano for the first time at CLIC in person. And, you know, he was so happy that you bumped him off that panel, you know. And Stephanie Francis, who's another outstanding person over at IHG. So you guys have got quite a track record of having phenomenal people.
We're fortunate. They're wonderful people. And one of our strengths, and we want to keep that way. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So revenue management, it used to be just about spreadsheets.
Yeah.
And not the most exciting topic as a spreadsheet, but revenue management is a vital tool for, it doesn't matter what type of hotel it is, from the loneliest of a select service economy brand to a destination resort. You've got to do revenue management. So do me a favor and tell the audience a little bit about what's involved with revenue management on the IHG side, please.
Yeah, it's a great point, Craig. And in my opinion, is one of the areas within hospitality that has really evolved arguably the most, or certainly within the top, just how the discipline evolved. To your point, it started really as reservations and then evolved in the spreadsheet and so on. But it's really the way, or one of the key ways to really ensure that we're optimizing channels, segmentation performance, and at the end of the day, driving ROI to our owners. And the wonderful thing, as the discipline evolved, so has the systems. And especially now, as of recent, with AI, machine learning, that has been a big focus for us here at IHG to ensure that, number one, our systems are at the forefront of it. And we have a new system that is just being launched across a lot of hotels with the plan to have everyone by 2025. Really, that's very relied on machine learning, data, enhanced data analytics, and really ensuring that we allow our teams to be more of a strategic thinker versus pushing buttons as we were doing 10 years ago as an industry or so on. So that's something that we're very focused on. So let the machine does its thing, right? Because machine is learning and analyzing thousands of data points that, for the most part, is smarter than any human being. And then there is those times where we need to influence the machine. Let's say we're talking about the weather before it started, right? If there's a downpour and you're in a hotel that's by an interstate, machine won't know that and be able to react as quick as someone in the hotel say, whoa, let me see, they're probably going to have a lot of people pulling in, create demand and so on. So then the systems become better, and our teams, to your point, evolve from just being looking at data and analysis, but really thinking from a overarching perspective, what we can do, and put more time towards performance-driven strategy.
There we go. That's the perfect segue into my next question. Performance and enhancement. Okay. Can you dive into that a little bit for us and let us know how you are enhancing the performance and the bottom line?
Yeah. So it's a combination of technology, of our team and how we're optimizing and evolving roles, and then also partnership within our internal groups. So I think we touched a little bit about the systems and where it's headed, how we continue to evolve, and then also a little bit on the labor side of things, where there was a big distinction years ago between sales and revenue, right, and marketing. And now, as you see, everything is kind of becoming more and more of one type of role. So that has also forced us to look at how we support our team members developing those skills that may not be how they came up in the industry. So they learn something, and how we're ensuring that we're bringing all these three categories, very together in synergy. But then also we can't just operate in silos from that side. And that's where, for example, we partner very strongly with brand. Of course, development, that goes without saying. But once the deal is done, with brands and operations, because to your point, we got to be able to drive efficiencies in all areas, not only from how we are driving revenue, but then also what we're doing from a programming perspective on brands, how we're being more efficient, and how we're driving costs lower to drive the bottom line to the bottom, increase the bottom line. And that's where we have that entire partnership as a company, and it's just not one side doing it all.
Absolutely. And and I think initially there was a huge disconnect between sales, marketing, the internal staffs, and that's gotten better. And you're working with the upscale brands. We've got an Indigo in Los Angeles that is absolutely amazing. And I don't think you'll see another one like that. So do yourself a favor, stay at the Indigo
Use
in
it.
downtown LA. It is beautiful.
Yeah.
So how is it with are you working the entire country, or do you have a certain area and a certain number of hotels, and then you've got associates that work with you that are doing the same thing with different areas and different hotels?
Yes. Yeah. Great question, and thanks for the plug. Yeah. When that hotel opened in 19,
Yeah.
that's when I started here in the company, 17, 18, and it is indeed
Wow.
a special place with very amazing design and yeah. On your question, it's it's really an area that we continue to evolve and ensuring that we're driving performance. So as of about a year ago, we've allocated our team members and how we drive performance focused on brand categories.
Okay.
Or is a little bit more based on management companies and ownerships, which still an important piece that we want to make sure that we are aligned and limit the touch points that someone has to have internally with us, but also want to make sure that we're very focused on driving brand category performance. So to your point, we oversee the premium brands. Our team here focuses on the United States, and then I have a couple of counterparts that have the same foresight on luxury and lifestyle, and then essential and sweet brands. And then, so there's a lot of synergy that we see across, right? Because despite of the brands and, as you mentioned, the different type of offerings, there's still always things that and learnings that we can have from one another. So we ensure that we're optimizing that. And then even within our group here, my boss, he oversees the entire Americas. So then we have a partner from Canada, and then for Latin America, that we have that same synergy. They're based here or spend a lot of time here with us. So that's how we've redesigned recently, and we're seeing strong performance and impact from that side of things. And the same goes with our operations. So then you're truly aligned, the day to day.
I love that, and I think that's the key to, or one of the keys to, the success that IHG has been having. It is that alignment, and and let's just take an area that's in my backyard, Anaheim. Okay, you've got just about every one of your flags there. So when one or two of them sell out, everybody's working together to get them into one of the other brands that are under the IHG banner. And and I like that approach, that synergy. I think in my view, that's one of the things why you sign a franchise agreement. Okay, it is that res system, it's that delivery, it's that help that you can spread amongst your sister properties in an area. What's the training like? That's got to be really in depth right now, because we've got a lot of changes. It's like every time you turn around, there's revenue management 3.0, 3.1, 3.5, and so on. Because our market fluctuates. That's why you don't see a whole lot of lenders, that understand hospitality, and they don't make hotel loans because they can't grasp a 24-hour lease. They don't know what the effect of something like NAM coming into Anaheim and selling out every hotel in Orange County, California, and what that's like, and various other, large groups that come in.
Training is very important for a couple of reasons. Number one, the growth and evolvement of the tools. So to the conversation earlier, as our tools and technology evolves, we want to make sure that we're providing the teams with the know-how and really the deep understanding as to what's behind it. So then it really gives them not only way to optimize the system and ensure that we're using it to the best of our ability. But then number two, and that this is very important, especially with revenue management tools, is really the trust into the system. Because when the trust is there, someone that's dealing with that on the day-to-day, they're going to override the system and make manual inputs, very much few and far in between than someone that doesn't trust the system. And then that's going to allow the machine learning to take place and allows it to become much better at what it does, and then drive better and better and better results. This is similar to, let's say, if you do a marketing campaign, a digital marketing campaign, if you keep investing on that, even if you don't have great results in the beginning, that is building the machine learning that is going to continue to impact and drive better returns and better delivery as the campaign continues. So that's why we try to, ensure that we keep the continuation of the momentum, so it doesn't stop and go, because that really kind of start taking the machine learning behind and starting all over. So that goes for both like digital marketing as well as from the revenue side of things.
Well, that and the toll mentally that it takes on the associate with that stop and go.
Oh,
I there was a point in time when we weren't walking around with these, okay? And, when you're holding more computing power in your hand than what they had in the Apollo spacecraft, okay, it's a phenomenal thing. It's just not used right all the time. But that's the whole thing. And I think that's where, leadership with you guys, training, working with the owners, the management companies, and everybody else is just, one of your hallmarks.
Yeah. And also it's and sorry to interrupt. I know you're jumping there with a question, but I think also not only in revenue, but especially with all the technological advancement we're seeing in our industry, is also a lot. That's something I challenge myself in, is that it's a mindset shift from how I used to do things 10 years ago, 5 years ago, exactly because of your point. The technology advanced so quickly that, hey, something that I used to do on my own is like, you may not need to, or there's better ways to do it. So I think it's important that we also help everyone with that mindset shift to, hey, doesn't mean that I don't need you anymore. I just can use your brain to do something else, or it's going to give us a better return.
I love it. I love it. Cesar, my friend, are you ready to play the lightning round?
Let's do it.
All right. So producer Dani is going to put 2 minutes on the clock. And it's word association. First thing that pops to mind, starting now. Favorite sport?
Formula One.
Ooh. Corvette or Porsche?
Corvette.
Wow. Okay. Movie or play?
Oh, movie.
Leadership.
Fun.
Training.
Not so fun.
What's it like to write a book?
That was fun, especially the type of the book I wrote was easier, fun.
Streaming or cable?
Streaming.
Hotel lobby.
Inviting.
Love it. Best restaurant in your city?
Oh, Mina's Grill.
Mina's Grill. Okay. Favorite vacation location?
Brazil.
Wow, you did that with a minute left. Congratulations. Nice. I love it. Okay, my friend, you just wrote a book, and it was a personal journey for you.
Yeah.
So would you share the book, the title, and what this was about, please?
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity. Yes, for sure. It's a very personal journey. It's about my sobriety journey. I've been sober for just over 9 years, and it really started I don't know. I never thought I would write a book. I was never a great student or anything like that. But in the beginning of my journey, I began almost journaling, just really that helped me process a lot of information, internalize things as I was going through the journey. That was something of a lot of reflection. And so I wrote about half of the book almost 9 years ago. And then I stopped writing it. And after many years, I connected with an old friend of mine that he's an author of 2 books. And I learned that he was sober as well. He stopped drinking. So I shared my draft at that point with him. And after reading, he said, Cesar, you got to do something here. I think you have something special. So I just finished writing. As we discussed a little bit, in your lightning round, I think it was fun to write, not because it was always a fun experience. It was a lot of pain and a long journey, definitely not a linear path, but it was a good self-reflection. It was easy to some degree because everything was right in my brain. And so it wasn't a book that required a lot of research. I have very minimal research there from a genetic perspective. And I thought that was interesting, not only from a personal journey growth, but even the impact that it has from a professional side of things, as looking at how some of the pillars that I use to my sobriety, that is, gratitude, having a good community around, acceptance, and focusing on health and wellness, really has a lot of correlation to the business side of things. And then also how it helped me become a better leader, a better person, of course. So that has been something that, was unexpected. I self-published because it's something, quick and easy. And it's been about a month or so, and it's been a good response from people that I've known and new friends that I've made contact with.
Well, good. And I think it's always a great thing to reflect. And, there's always that question in the back of your head, I made a left turn here. Maybe I should have made a right turn here. And, you can analyze it, overanalyze it, and beat yourself up over it, or you can share the lesson.
Yeah.
And, add to the commentary and to the support and help and being a good human.
Yes.
And
yes.
I commend you for doing that. I want an autographed copy, but I need to buy it from you. So when we get off the air, let me know how much it is, and I will.
Yes,
I'll either Zelle or send you a check, something. So, we love books on this show. And I know you know Chris Green.
Yeah. You wrote one recently.
Yeah, he wrote one, and recently retired as well.
Yeah.
We've got various other, our good friend Glenn Hausman worked on a book as well. And it's I tried writing one, but I wasn't going to release it to society. It was really horrible. So, but I mean, screenplays are what I used to write. So, it was really difficult for me to not put in angle on or fade in, and throw the directions in and just the dialogue. Okay. So it was not part of my skill set. But I admire you for doing that. Everybody's journey is different, and everybody has their own demons. And there's times where they can get the better part of you, and you've got to be able to work that out, with help. And that's one of the things that I'm hoping that this country gets back on a right path with is mental health. And we've got a lot of things going on that we need to help one another with. And I commend you and I admire you for putting your story out there. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you for the kind words. And definitely I'll give you a copy signed. No
I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to pay for it. No. No, you got costs. So I got to pay for that. So, Cesar, you are part of our last show of season 9. I applaud you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the great job you did at CLIC 7. How can people get a hold of you and learn more about IHG and your revenue management and enhancement and performance and teams and all of that?
Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, the best way, the easiest one is via LinkedIn. Pretty active there. Just type Cesar Wurm and you'll find, I believe I'm the only one. So we can connect. But my cell phone number, also my email is cesar.wurm@ihg.com, and happy to connect with anyone. It's always a pleasure to interact with people, learn from one another, exchange ideas. So yeah, I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. My friend, you've got an open invitation to come back anytime you want, okay? This was extraordinary. Thank you so much for joining the conversation today.
Thank you. Congrats on the show, on the conference, and all thanks for all the great work you do for our industry.
Thank you, my friend. I'll see you soon. Take care.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you to our audience. But guess what? We got to thank our friends at Red Roof Franchising. Call Matt Hostedler. He's great. His franchise team will take very good care of you. You want an extended stay product? Give Matthew a call, okay? There's more demand right now than what we have product on the extended stay side. That's the darling right now. So give him a call. You got a boutique hotel. They've got their Red Collection, soft brand, their world famous economy brands. So give Matthew a call. Let him know that producer Dani and I sent you. They'd love to talk to you about possibly becoming part of their family. Okay. Hey, we're going to take some time off, but we're very active on all the social media pages. You can find us on LinkedIn, X, Facebook, The Review, and of course, our YouTube channel. Please subscribe and ring the bell there for updates. Dani and I are going to take a bit of a vacation from the show. We're going to come back with a new, improved show for season 10. I'll be doing a couple of live shows here and there, and I'll be at some events, industry events, doing some live interviews there as well. So stay tuned. We'll be back, and look out for an announcement for CLIC 8 for March of next year as well. And I thank you for joining us throughout this season. And remember, be kind, share your knowledge. Now go be amazing.
Thank you for watching till the end of the show. If you'd like to be a guest on CLIC Connect or a production partner, please DM us on our YouTube channel at California Lodging Investment Conference. Thank you.